Hey, so I have 5 tips for you if you are new to playing Legend of Mushroom. First things first, Lucky Spinner. Save your Lucky Spinner coins until you get about 400 of these, and you'll guarantee yourself at least 500, I think. I said 400, but it's like guaranteed 500 draws is going to get you them out. So you can save these, you don't have to use them. Just do all the challenges and save your tokens, and they won't disappear for the next round. Second tip, when you're upgrading your relics, don't get in the habit of just upgrading the ones that you have on. You want to actually level all of your relics evenly. You're going to save yourself a lot of headache in the long run, and by doing that, you're actually increasing the amount of core effects that you're going to gain. So do that instead. You'll thank me later. My third tip is with avians. If you are wanting to get like a higher quality avian, really all you need to do, okay, is just look for, basically go to the breeding base. You need to get cakes in order to get these, but basically once you've acquired, so like for most people, you'll start off with like really crappy level 1 or lower avians. And all you need to do is really just pay very close attention to this flower on the right, and then you want to make sure you look for passives that are going to complement your class. And then what you want to do is you want to go in and you want to add companions. These can be anybody, so like here I'll go ahead and send out, anybody or everybody that you can get companions for is ultimately going to give you that much more stuff that you can then rely upon. So like here I'll ask for an invite from this guy. I'll send an invite over to, as many people as I can. I mean, the idea and principle here is you just want to give yourself as many possible selections, so that way when you go in here and you breed your other avians, you can get more and more of these passive fixes acquired over time and get rarer and rarer versions of them. And so for that reason, that's really kind of what I recommend you do. Now, for the fourth tip, of course, with every set, you can get in the habit of just like working on a single tree, but you don't have to. Like, you can work on all 3 trees at the same time and have that as an individual set. And then if you decide, hey, I want to try something different, you can always just put another set on and try a different variation of that set. But if you want to know how I set mine up, I just grab attack stats. That's literally all I do. And then I'll grab like a little bit of HP that I can from those, and that's really all I'm doing. There's nothing too complicated about it, but that's what I recommend. My fifth and final tip is know what your class is capable of. That is to say, if you're playing a Plume Monarch build, one of the things that you're going to need is combo damage. If you are going to be playing, say, of the many different classes there are out there, right? If you look at like Martial Sage, it's mostly resistances, like Draconic Resonance being the skill they use. Warbringer builds are all counter damage. Sacred Hunter is more your crit builds, in my opinion. And then Prophets are going to be really running on stun, but if not stun, it's a combination of either having a stupid amount of skill damage, or as much as they possibly can, they look for anything that'll gain, combo, or there's like some combinations that I've seen people play with, but there's a lot of fun ways to make a Prophet build really interesting. If you use like healing rate and basic attack, for example, or just normal attack. I mean, you can really get pretty creative with it. And then Dork Lord is very strictly mostly a skill damage focused type build. So just know your class, know what your builds are, and with that in mind, you can then kind of pick and choose your artifacts. I guess this is kind of my bonus tip, but always complement your build with whatever that class specific stat is, and then you'll just kind of align which ones you want over time. So like, for example, always acquire your higher tier, so like right now, Elemental Wrath is skill damage. It'd be great if I was a mage, but I'm not, so it doesn't make any sense to really bother with that particular one. But like here, I'm missing a couple of pieces still, so I'll just keep poking around until eventually I get higher quality pinks that I can replace my reds with. And that's really about all you have to do. And then you just upgrade your artifacts from there. But really, if anything, that's really what you want to pay most of your attention on. As far as mounts go, just make sure you're upgrading these during the event. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just tap here. And, basically every event and every single one of these you can purchase if you like, but more or less every rush you want to be spending during these rushes for whatever the item in question is. So right now it's Relic Rush, so you'll be upgrading your relics during this time. But really self-explanatory, but hopefully that helps out a couple of you guys that are new to the game, and thank you guys for watching.